Behold the man. Ecce homo. The Pilate says. Prophet Isaiah says, behold the suffering servant. The disfigured suffering servant. Look at him. Behold the wood of the cross on which hung the salvation of the world. The theme of this Good Friday is behold. Stop, look, think, and ask the question, why? Ask the question, why? Why the cross? The cross of shame and pain. Why the cross? In Matthew 27:51, we read, again, behold, the veil in the temple was torn apart from top to bottom. Behold, the veil in the temple was torn apart from top to bottom. Why? What is the meaning? The veil was supposed to keep the people out of the Holy of Holies. Away from the mystery, the Holy of Holies. No access. The mystery behind the veil, the curtain, nobody knew. Nobody knew what is in the Holy of Holies, what is behind the curtain, the mystery behind the curtain. Nobody knew. But that day, when the Lord died on the cross, the curtain was torn open. Look within. Look at the nature of God. Look at the mystery of God. Understand the mind of God. Look inside God. God is no more a mystery. The curtain is open. Now look in into the heart of God. Are we able to see the heart of God today? The inside of God, the very heart of God. And what do you see? His unconditional love. You can hate me, reject me, flog me, kill me, crucify me, do anything to me, but still I will not stop loving you. That is the revelation. God's love is unconditional love, everlasting love. You can hit me, hate me, nail me, kill me, still I won't stop loving you. We need to have this understanding of the nature of God. Do I have the right understanding of the nature of God? Let us check our understanding of the nature of God. Even about the crucifixion, what is your understanding? You may have heard this theory about substitution or penal, that God the Father was punishing His Son Jesus. That God the Father is like a tyrant, asking for the blood of His Son to pay for the sins of the world. Is that the God we believe in? There are still people quoting to this theory of Saint Anselm in the 12th century that God put all the suffering on his son Jesus to pay for the sins of Adam and Eve and the whole world. The theory of substitution, atonement. You hear that word open, atonement. Is that what we believe in? Listen to what the Catholic Church is teaching. Beautiful indeed. The Second Vatican Council rejected this theory of atonement and substitution. Recently I was reading a book by an Indian theologian, Father Michael Panachigal, a Vincentian priest. A beautiful book. The title is The Truth Beyond Atonement. The truth beyond atonement. This is the teaching of the Catholic Church. Beyond atonement. The truth is beyond all that. Scholars would agree that between the Old Testament and the New Testament there is a twilight zone. There are some false beliefs and the truth. A twilight zone. Or St. Augustine would say, the Old Testament is like a badly lit room, not enough light. You can't see clearly. You are in the twilight. So you have some false beliefs and then the truth. It is possible that you and me may be holding on to those false beliefs. You may ask the question, why the cross? Why did Jesus die a gruesome death? All blood. All blood. Why that gruesome death? Good to ask the question, why this thing about the blood? You know that from the beginning of time, all cultures sacrificed blood for their gods. Why blood? In the blood is life. No blood, no life. So in all cultures, the belief was God is very temperamental, hard to please. To please Him, to appease Him, you have to make a sacrifice, blood sacrifice. Those days, ancient times, human sacrifice to please God. Later on, animal sacrifice to please God, because God is very temperamental. To please Him, to appease Him, you have to offer blood sacrifice. Old Testament, remember? In the beginning it was human sacrifice, later on animal sacrifice. Remember in Jesus' time, Jerusalem temple was a virtual butchery. On the day of Passover, hundreds and thousands of lambs will be slaughtered by the priest. Hundreds and thousands. The whole day sacrificing animals, lambs in the temple. Remember? The Lord overturned those tables. It was business going on. Why was the Lord angry? First of all, it was business. commerce, making money in the temple of God. Secondly, the Lord was challenging the understanding of God. You think you are at this killing these animals will take away your sin? Or God demands this sacrifice? God demands the killing of all these animals? Do you think so? Is that the God you believe in? He was so angry. And then again on the Passover day, this cross. Jesus spills his own blood for the entire humanity. What is the message there? In the words of Father Richard Rohr, for centuries we have been spilling blood to get to God. Jesus reversed the whole thing. He spills his blood to get to us. What was the problem we always had? Remember the story of Adam and Eve? We don't believe in the goodness of God. Satan had put that doubt into everyone's head. Oh God, you can't trust in him. He told you that tree, you enjoy everything, but that tree, keep away. Why he said that to you in such a way? Because he is up to something. Don't trust in him. He is not unconditional love. If he is unconditional, he would have told you, enjoy everything. No, he said, that one tree, don't go anywhere near. Good and evil, too much for you. Don't go anywhere near. Leave that to me, that's my No, why should he say that to you? No, he must be up to something. Don't trust him, he is not good. So he's up to something. Just go and enjoy it. And what happened? Adam and Eve tried it, and all the hell broke loose. What did they do afterwards? They ran away from God. And what does God do? God comes looking, where are you, Adam? Where are you? From that day to this day, may I say it again, from that day to this day, God does the same thing. Where are you? He calls each one of us by name. Where are you? I'm coming to look for you. Jesus came looking for everyone on this earth. Those who are afraid of God, those who have run away from God. Jesus came, God came to this earth looking for everyone who is afraid of him. And he found the lost ones. Now, to understand the whole nature of God, why God came to this earth and Jesus, understand the whole thing. What did he say to the Pilate? I was born for this. I was born for this, to reveal the truth about God. Zacchaeus found him. Mary Magdalene found him. Matthew found him. Thomas found him. All the sinners of the time found the Messiah. And the Lord said, I am the good shepherd. I will give my life for the lost sheep. The good shepherd looking for the sheep that was lost. This moment I have to tell you something more, which is always, it must have really puzzled you, this thing on the cross. Jesus, that prayer on the cross, doesn't even know what is that. My God, why have you forsaken me? This is where we all get wrong, because that's where the theory comes. God the Father abandoned him. God the Father abandoned him. God forgot about him. let him suffer. Is that the message? Every Jew at the foot of the cross will understand these words of Jesus. Why? This is Psalm 22. Psalm 22. A Psalm of David about the Messiah. Have you read that psalm? Do you understand the psalm? Psalm 22. Please read it when you get back home. And then you understand the meaning of the crucifixion. Psalm 22 is a prophecy about the Messiah. David's psalm about the Messiah. Here are some lines from the psalm. Listen to this. My God, why have you forsaken me? I am a worm and not a man, scorned by mankind and despised by the people. All who seek me mock me. They make mouths at me. They wag their heads. Didn't we hear that in the Passion reading? Psalm 22. For dogs encompass me, a company of evildoers encircle me. They have pierced my hands and feet. The only prophecy in the Old Testament, in the book of Psalms 22, about the crucifixion, they pierced my hands and my feet. I can count all my bones. They stare and gloat over me. They divide my garments among them. Did we hear that a few minutes ago? And for my clothing, they cast lots. Now, do you understand why that cry on the cross? My God, my God? You should always remember, it was a prophecy about the Messiah. Not that the Father, Jesus felt he was abandoned by God the Father. No, it was, he is telling the whole world, I am the Messiah. Every Jew, as he said, at the foot of the cross, understood these words. He was the Messiah. He was indeed the Messiah. David had told us years ago the Messiah would be crucified. Psalm 22. But do we understand? Unfortunately, those days ago, years ago, they had different expectations about the Messiah. They were waiting for a political Messiah. But today, you and me, do we understand the heart of God revealed through Jesus? To close, my dear friends, what do you see on the cross? Love poured out. Mercy poured out. Remember the words of Jesus on the cross? Father, forgive them. It's not about the people standing there or those who crucified. No, the whole humanity, you and me. Father, forgive them. You and me should be able to hear those words every day in every Mass. Father, forgive them. Every time you look at the cross, you hear those words, Father, forgive them. Mercy poured out. Unconditional love poured out. That is the meaning of the cross. Again, in the Catholic Church, every Mass, you are reminded when you come to the Holy Communion, it is not for the saints. It is for the sinners, body broken for you, for the forgiveness of sin. Again, the mystery of the cross reenacted and celebrate in every Mass. This is the body broken for you for the forgiveness of sin. This is the blood poured out for you for the forgiveness of sin. So you and me, when we come to communion, we have that understanding, realizing this is God's love. God's love being poured into my heart. This is God's unconditional love poured into my heart. When we have this understanding of the goodness of God, mercy of God, we will enjoy every celebration of the Holy Mass. The meaning of the cross, the message of the cross, everything we celebrate in every Mass. So, my dear friends, the curtain is open and we have seen the inside of God is full of mercy and compassion. Everybody is welcome into his heart and into paradise.